Alright, let's get right into it. So, when it comes down to Baraka, I honestly think his third is possibly top three most overlooked variations in the entire game. It has a goal, and it does that goal so fucking good. It's an overachiever of that goal. And that goal is unbreakable damage and being completely safe. Every time Baraka touches you, that's going to be 25% right there. And there's nothing you can do off of it. There's nothing you can do off of that right there. Every time you get clipped, not only that, if you block all of that, I'm completely safe. I don't have to worry about shit, you know? Not another thing that you also have is basically safe down threes and down ones and down fours into special. So I can literally start doing this and just start suppressing you from pokes, push you back, -3. I'm not gonna fucking block. I'm stepping right back, or I'm ready to use my fucking uppercut or whatever. Down fours into this, and then here's the thing. Baraka's down four is possibly the most weirdest down four I've ever seen in my life. Comes out in 15 frames. Has to be the slowest. Has to be the slowest. But if it lands, I'm plus 25. I'm plus 25. You know what I do after this shit? Plus 25, I just go for a jump in. Sometimes when characters try doing uppercuts, it can't come out in time because they waited just a little bit. But if they're spamming it, I could possibly get hit, you know? But that's that. So one thing I like to do is not only that, but if my opponent blocks it, I'm +1. What the fuck? That is so weird. So fucking weird. So one thing I like to do in this creation, do this and go into that. Completely safe. -7. There's pushback, whatever, right? Even if he blocks it, look at that shit. Completely safe. So you have pokes into special moves that are just like completely safe, and it's just a new mind game that you get to do with Baraka. So not only that, right? So he has great unbreakable damage, like just great. It gets the freaking job done, right? For all his strings, and it comes with like, you know, kind of a mix of you go into an overhead, you go into a low, all that good stuff, right? So I'm like, all right, Baraka just does that so well, being safe and getting good damage for unbreakable damage. Now, one of the biggest things I saw that they changed and buffed is Baraka's crushing blows requirement. So now these two moves, they break armor. The one that I would recommend always going into is this one. So I started thinking to myself, okay, I know Baraka's move list. What the fuck am I gonna do that for? I don't have anything that pops my opponent up. So what's the fucking point of these armor breaker moves? One of the things that you could do is from jump kicks. Right here. Ooh. It's just weird to do. You have to do it like super on top of them. But that is if they break out fast. A lot, like, dude, we're human. We like fuck up. So a lot of people are gonna delay it. But if fast, it's weird. It's super weird. You know, like right there, I'm a whiff. Like I'm pretty sure I can do it now. Like right there, boom. And then check this out off of an uppercut. Sorry. Check this out. Holy shit, right? Fuck, right? So I'm like, okay, other than that, what am I gonna use this for? And then I just started breaking down all of Baraka's crushing blows, and let's go by them. Let me highlight them really quick. You're gonna be landing this. You're Baraka. His fucking uppercut's retarded. He has such a retarded uppercut. Alright, his main Punisher, super realistic to do. Also super realistic to do. So you have, oh, there you go. So you have an uppercut. Pretty cool. You have this. Super realistic to do. Right? And then you also have this. Super realistic to do. So now you have these crushing blows that pop your opponent up in the air, and you have two armor breakers, which are pretty fucking solid if you ask me. The only thing you need to worry about is that if your opponent actually delays it, like right there, he's gonna get clipped. And this is realistic to do. This is a 7-frame. This is your main Punisher right here. That's 45% if your opponent decides to break out. It's ridiculous. This one as well. The only thing you need to worry about this one is if your opponent does it really fast. But for the most part, like, that's not going to be the case. So there's that. And especially in the corner as well, like, holy shit, you're gonna be doing ridiculous amount of damage. Let's actually make him delay it, right? If that were to happen, Jesus, look at this fucking damage. It's really good. All this shit. You have realistic crushing blows. Very realistic. This is realistic to do. This is realistic to do. And then, especially, this is realistic to do. Your Baraka, you have to use your fucking uppercut. And not only that, but adding insult to injury, you have a grab crushing blow on both sides. So, Jesus Christ, you're in for a long, long fucking night with Baraka. Now, one of my videos that I did on Baraka, I thought this shit was like, you could do this if your opponent is blocking standing up. That's not the case. That is absolutely not the case. So I would just recommend doing a down 4 into it. Or maybe if, you know, if you're like catching your opponent, doing this mind game into short hops, which is something I've been doing a lot lately, is adding short hops to my game. You could just start doing this and then go into it or whatever. Going into that or whatever, right? That's something you can do. But for the most part, the way that I use this move is, yes, if I do punish you and just whatever, get the 21, but it's just better to get this damage. Just a little bit more damage, whatever, right? But I like to do down 4s into this. It just creates space. It's really good. And if it lands, or whatever, right? Or well, another thing I like to do, boom, that, and then possibly just dash up and throw it again. Maybe that's a thing. I think this move is really good. I really do think this move is really good. I just think the requirement for the crushing blow is just a bit weird, to be brutally honest. Just how it is. If your opponent is blocking standing up, player cannot be in block stun. That's kind of weird, to be honest. But fuck it, dude. Down 4s into it, or stagger into it and step back and then do it if they're blocking standing up for whatever reason. So there's that. This crushing blow, is it gonna happen? Probably not. I thought it was better. I just probably just thought, oh yeah, dude, you could just do this shit all day, but that's not the case. But you have very realistic crushing blows, grabs, 7-frame punish, and this 12 frames. Like, it's super realistic to do, and that makes Baraka even more terrifying. So just adding, like, is such a good, this complements Baraka's goal in this variation so well, it's not even fucking funny. Like, I feel like NRS actually did right by a variation. Like, they really, really complemented Baraka's variation with the buffs that he has received. Like, they really did. They made this variation so much better than it already was. Like, before, I thought it was super underrated. Now I feel like it's overlooked. People are not picking up on this character, and it's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, his first does ridiculous amount of damage. I use that one. Gutted is so fucking good. It does crazy damage. But this shit is just so good. You're fucking safe. These moves have freaking pushback. You have a fucking crushing blow that just, Jesus Christ, dude. The damage for it is kind of ridiculous, to be honest. Like, and you have 2 moves that break armor. I'm actually not sure if you could actually use both of them or just one of them. I'm not sure. If you know, put that shit in the comments. I have not tested that out, so don't take my word for it. I can be wrong, but if you actually know, please put it in the comments. I would appreciate that. So yeah, Baraka right now is really, really strong, and I think it's crazy how people have not picked up this variation. It's ridiculous. It's just, this is like possibly the most well-made variation in the entire fucking game. It just, everything makes sense in this variation. He has a fucking goal, a really good one, is that be safe and unbreakable damage. And you have really good armor breaker moves. So, yeah. That is Baraka for you. I hope you bastards enjoyed. Hallelujah, holla back. Check you bastards later. Deuces.